Welcome back, everyone. This is going to be my Justice League 2 and Justice League 3 video, the breakdown of the story that Zack Snyder revealed with all of his storyboards. He pretty much gave us what the entire story for all the Justice League sequels is going to be. So there's a lot of stuff here. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. Obviously, we just got done watching the Justice League Snyder Cut, but careful for spoilers if you did not watch that movie, because like the last 30 minutes of the movie and the epilogue tagged on at the end pretty much tell you where the story is going next in Justice League 2. But what happened is way back in December 2015, Jim Lee said that Zack Snyder brought him onto the project to draw up these giant, like 10-foot tall storyboards with the pitch for Justice League 2 and Justice League 3 to convince the studio to spend the money to make all three movies. But what I'll do is I'll just read what the story is and talk about where this all fits in and what the studio, Warner Brothers, and Zack Snyder has said about the chance of us actually getting this story of the sequels in some form or another. But the big question is whether or not that's going to be a movie or it's going to be as a comic book. So he starts by saying, although originally pitched as one film, we believe the character arcs of our heroes and villains, along with the epic battle with Darkseid, which unites the League, the world, and the entire DC universe, warrants two films, instead of just doing one sequel. He goes on to say, however, this does not mean that you have two films centered on Darkseid's invasion. Rather, Justice League 2 would be a very grounded, personal, and character-driven film that would follow the Justice League both together and separately as they mend old wounds on the road to becoming better and stronger heroes. While Lex Luthor recruits a league of his own, the Injustice League, made up of revenge-driven villains introduced in the hero solo films, Dr. Maru from Wonder Woman 2. That was actually Dr. Poison. I think originally in Zack Snyder's idea, they would have introduced Dr. Poison in a bigger way during the sequel to Wonder Woman. Captain Cold from the Flash movie, Orm and Black Manta from the Aquaman movie, and the Riddler from Ben Affleck's version of the Batman movie. These villains would link all of the DC films together. Now remember, this is back in 2015, so it's the original version of the spin-off films. Those wound up changing a little bit, like the Aquaman movie changed a little bit, the Flashpoint movie has changed a little bit, the Wonder Woman movies have changed a little bit. Then he goes on to say, like Empire Strikes Back in the last Harry Potter film, Justice League 2 would end with a cliffhanger, revealing only at the end of the film Lex and his League are connected to Darkseid, then flash forwarding 5 years into the future where Darkseid has taken Earth. That's basically the nightmare future that we see at the end of the Justice League Snyder Cut. Then he goes on to describe the heroes' arcs through parts 2 and 2A. With Lois's help, the back-from-the-dead Superman will learn to become Clark Kent again. Feeling more human than ever, he and Lois start a family. Remember how they teased Lois was pregnant? Wonder Woman would reconnect with the Amazons and her mother, eventually becoming their new queen and rejoining these isolationist warriors with the outside world, meaning connecting Themyscira with the outside world. Aquaman, with the help of Mera, will bring the Seven Kingdoms together, Seven Kingdoms of Atlantis originally, becoming the one true king, building a new alliance between the oceans and the surface. That was what the whole Unite the Seven tagline was about. Unite the Seven Kingdoms of Atlantis before Atlantis sank into the ocean. The Flash will free himself from the past, releasing his father from prison with Cyborg's help and learning how to master his time-traveling abilities, literally becoming able to be in two places at once. Cyborg will evolve both into the modern-day god of the digital age and into a human once again. And Batman will ultimately sacrifice his life for the unlikely friends and the woman he loves, leaving behind a legacy that will never truly die. But he starts with the plot of Justice League 2 by saying, the Justice League united. We open with the Justice League in action during a natural disaster, working as the efficient, powerful team they become weeks after the first Justice League movie ends. They act together, they save lives. In the aftermath, the Justice League return at the only headquarters they know, the Batcave. Bruce secretly meets with Lois, both of them still searching for Lex Luthor. The meeting ends after Lois tells Bruce that Superman needs her more than ever. Bruce knows Lois is hiding something else. Probably the pregnancy. He was going to set up this whole Batman-Lois Lane romance through the sequels that would play out. Then he talks about Lex Luthor recruiting the Injustice League. Meanwhile, deep in the Brazilian jungle, Lex locates Dr. Maru, that's Dr. Poison from the Wonder Woman movie, still alive, experimenting on herself, prolonging her life, and testing new chemical weapons on unfortunate human lab rats. Like an obsessed stalker, Maru has spent decades collecting information and artifacts on Diana and the Amazons. Now that Diana has become known in the world, Lex offers Maru a chance at revenge. The same revenge he wants on Diana's friends, Superman and Batman, Maru accepts. In the Atacama Desert, with Maru's help, Lex breaks Orm and Black Manta out of the desert prison where they were imprisoned at the end of the Aquaman movie. Outside of Central City in Iron Heights Penitentiary, Lex finds Leonard Snart, Captain Cold, where he was left at the end of the Flash movie, or where he would have been left at the end of the Flash movie. It offers him a chance to advance his weaponry and take down the fastest man alive, upgrade his cold gun with alien technology. Then there's this whole sequence with them intercutting between the Injustice League and the Justice League characters. In Metropolis, Superman asks Lois Lane what she was going to tell him as he hears the second heartbeat inside of her.